Hello again, everyone. Edwin Learnard back once again. In this YouTube astrological segment, I'm going to be dissertating and talking about zodiac signs and their dislikes, part 2. Well, first off, I'm going to get with Libra. If you want to, like, mess with a friend that's a Libra or has Libra rising, you could tell them, hey, you had more relationships with them. If an argument ensues between mutual friends, rush over to be the mediator faster than them. They love to be the mediator, the person that reconciles. Maybe just do a better job at being a mediator than this person. Be unfair to them. Stage an argument between yourself and a mutual friend. They don't like strife and discord or dissension among things. They're very peace-oriented, so this would be another way you can mess with them. Just in general, be combative and disputatious. I don't mean physically, just, argue with them, just to mess with them, just to get in their heads a little bit. Lack tact and diplomacy in your statements. They generally love tact and diplomacy, and they're about being tactful and polite, and if you act contrary to this could really get under their skin, I would say. Now, here's a thing with a Scorpio. Deduce a mystery faster than them. Tell him or her you know a secret about them. Tell this person you have a secret about yourself that they'll never figure out. Mess with them. Tell them a GPS is in their car and you're tracking virtually every movement they make, or all movements that they're making. What you could do is, if you have a Scorpio sun or ascendant person that's enamored with movies, that's mystery movies, you know what you do? Watch the movie before them. Know the end of the movie. Know how the mystery was solved, and then watch the movie with them. Let them think that you didn't actually see the movie and solve that mystery in that movie before they do. That'll really mess with their heads. But of course, let them know shortly afterwards that what you did and you were just messing with them. Anyway. For Sagittarius, hey, Sagittarius has a propensity for athletics and sports. Defeat them in some athletic competition. Be more knowledgeable on philosophy in general. Be better at teaching a certain subject. They tell them something pertaining to religion that he or she may not know. Sagittarians often have some strong religious beliefs, and just maybe tell them something that either maybe he or she didn't know or wasn't aware that you had knowledge of. Tell them, they just usually thrive on outdoor activities, or generally a lot of them are infatuated just with the outdoors in general. And tell them you want to emphasize more indoor activities as opposed to outdoor ones, and just mess with a friend or something and just see see how they react. And also, it's important to remember on another way of looking at this, that since Sagittarians like to do things outside more, and on the serious aspect of this, that to appease a Sagittarian, you probably would want to do maybe adapt to their way of wanting to go outside and do more outdoor activities, especially if you're more of an introverted person, and just try to keep that in mind. Now for Capricorn, here's an interesting one. Be more shrewd in business than them. Be more business savvy than a Capricorn sun or ascendant person. Tell him or her that your company is flourishing. Even if you don't have one, tell them that you're making all kinds of money, and let them think you're making more than he or she is. Be very loquacious and talkative. Generally, Capricorns like to they have ideas take precedence over words, and the feeling I get with Capricorn Sun and their rising sign people is that they're not really always much talkers. They're pretty quiet and taciturn, and like to more stress the ideas as opposed to the words. So that's something you can do to mess with one of your Capricorn buddies. Question their ambition in general. Be lackadaisical Don't show any ambition. Tell them if they have some work-related project that they need assistance on. Tell them you just don't really feel like doing it, and then of course let them know you're joking shortly afterwards, of course. But those are some things you could do to kind of mess with a Capricorn friend. And on the serious element of it, that Capricorns are admirations of strength, and they admire people that work laboriously and hard. And if you have Capricorn, like say supervisor, or somebody that's a Capricorn co-worker, sun or ascendant, and they'll respect you a lot if you just show that you're earnest, you're very hardworking. Now, Aquarius, this is another interesting, intriguing one. Talk about some innovations they're not knowledgeable about. If in school, come up with a better science project than him or her. Tell them you have more friends than they do. I think this could really get their goat, because Aquarians often like to be known as the universal friend, and they generally they thrive on their friendships and acquaintances that they have. Tell them that you don't like being progressive, that you're ultra conservative, that you have an aversion or anathema to innovations in the modern technology, and just see how he or she would respond to that. Now for Pisces, last but not least, tell them that you give more at charity than they did, or ask them if they've given to the Red Cross lately. Tell them that you're a consistent Red Cross person that goes to the Red Cross consistently and donates blood, and ask them if they've done this lately. Show more compassion towards someone or something than they do. Tell them that tell them some long dissertation that is inundated with details. Pisces is more about broad concepts than being punctilious with details. So this could be something that could you could get to your Pisces friend, sun or ascendant, and Pisces friend or acquaintance. Another thing you can do is show that your insight and intuition is better than them. Even if it really isn't, of course, you could just make this up to mess with them. Tell them that you got 4 out of 5 numbers in a lottery lately, right, and that you just feel like you're just very intuitive. Tell them that they need to get on some regimented schedule. Pisces generally have an aversion, sun or ascendant, they have aversion to doing things in a regimented way, like on a schedule, I should say, and they generally like to kind of do things in their own time, in their own way. And if you just see how he or she reacts to this. If you tell them that they need to get on, follow some more of a system in terms of getting up in the morning as far as their daily routine goes. Tell them they need to have more of a set routine. And of course, with all these delineations that I've given on the dislikes of the signs, of course, just do these things just to mess with your friends and or acquaintances, and this is not meant to be malicious in any way, shape, or form. And it's also there to give you insight on the more serious aspect of this, that the things that would really bother some of these signs, like you would, as far as the serious part of the friendship or relationship, these are the things that you could try to avoid in order to retain the friendship and have greater compatibility with these signs by maybe not doing things in connection with what I had described. So anyway, people, that'll conclude this YouTube astrological segment for zodiac signs and their dislikes, part 2. And stay tuned next time, where I'll be continuing my house ruler series. 2 things I want to get with you on before I head out. Firstly, the stars may impel but do not compel. And secondly, never isolate any single astrological element, aspect, planetary placement, position, configuration, influence, or what have you, and make an analysis on a person, astrologically speaking, based on this alone, because a person astrologically is the sum of all their components in their natal chart, and not just one. Till next time, people, stay well.